Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another video challenge, throwing it out there to Lawnboyspost1975. And this is kind of a regionalism type of video challenge. We had started chatting on one of his other videos that he had done, something completely different. And we started talking about how things are pronounced in certain areas. Like I'd asked if people in his area of Britain pronounce the th sound that you hear in words with an f instead of a the sound, the sound, and that's pretty common in Britain. A lot of places in Britain you'll hear that, but you don't hear that here in the U.S. So it's very different to us here in the U.S. So that kind of evolved into slang, local slang, these regionalisms that we have. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting for us to kind of talk about some of those. And where are you from? What's some of the slang words or phrases that you use? You know, I'm from Indiana, and we're called Hoosiers. And that's just a term for people from Indiana. There's no such thing as Indianaites or anything like that. We're Hoosiers. And, you know, that's just a slang or a regionalism term for someone in my region. In fact, Indiana University, their mascot, well, they don't really have a mascot, but their school team name are the Hoosiers, so, you know, basketball, football, etc. So if I'm a Hoosier, these are some of the things that I would say. So why don't you go round yonder or down yonder? That is a term that's used to go around somewhere or just a little bit. It's not a very far distance. It's just around the corner. It's round yonder. And you hear that a lot in Indiana. So that's definitely. Now, if you are looking for something that is a far distance away, it's a country mile. Oh, yeah, it's about a country mile down the road, which probably translates to about 10 miles, which, that's something that you'll see, especially in rural Indiana. You'll hear people talk about going a country mile to get somewhere. And if you're from Indiana, if you're a Hoosier, what are y'all doing? Y'all. That's a big thing. And that's not just around here in Indiana, but you'll hear that throughout a lot of the Midwest and especially in the southern parts of the United States. Y'all. It's just you all thrown together, and you're just referring to a group of individuals. Also, if you're a Hoosier, you're going to play euchre. And it's not really slang. I guess it could be slang. Euchre is a type of game that is heavily played in Indiana and Ohio, Illinois. It's basically spades. It's a variation of the card game of spades, but it's euchre. If you are a true blue Hoosier, you have to know how to play euchre. If you don't know how to play euchre, y'all just sit down a minute and we'll teach you. So that's something definitely huge around here. Another thing is you might be driving down the road and see a dead alligator. A dead alligator is when the tire burns off of a semi-truck. So if you see a semi-truck's tire just, they blow out and they just keep rolling. They don't even know they lose them. So it'll be sitting off the side of the road and just kind of curved up over. And we call them dead alligators because they look like a dead alligator laying on the side of the road, sitting in the hot sun kind of deal, I guess. I don't know. But you'll hear that term a lot around here on our highways. A couple other phrases you might hear around here. It's colder than a well digger's butt in the Klondike. That means it's pretty darn cold. So, but yeah, I don't know where that comes from, but that's definitely something you'll hear people say around here. And then the summertime, you get the opposite. It's hotter than the hubs of hell. That is a huge saying around here in the summertime. You'll hear people say that all the time. Breakfast foods. You might hear someone say, I'm going to go get some B's and G's. That means they're going to get some biscuits and gravy, which is a huge, huge breakfast food here. It's just country biscuits, and generally you have a sausage gravy or a country gravy that's poured onto them. Huge in Indiana, in the Midwest, and down south. So B's and G's, got to have your biscuits and gravy. Now, a counterpart to that, or a less I guess a poorer version of that, I don't know, is shit on a shingle, which is essentially creamed beef, or around here it's sausage gravy generally poured onto toast. So if you don't have any biscuits, generally the lower income families, for some reason, when I was growing up, they would have shit on a shingle, which is, it was sausage gravy over toast. But some people make it with a creamed beef over toast. So either way, it is what it is kind of thing. And then the last thing you'll hear around here, it's a bit vulgar, but you will hear that it's closer than a cunt's hair. And that means it's very, very fine, very, very close. He had a shave that was closer than a cunt's hair. The more appropriate term, you might say, it's finer than a frog's hair. But I just heard the vulgar variation last night and it made me think of it. So definitely things you'll hear around here in Indiana. Those are huge regionalisms. So what about you? Where are you at? What do you guys say? What slang terms or phrases do you have in your area? Give us 10 good ones, whether they be a single word or they be a phrase. I think it'd be kind of interesting and it's fun. Make a video, add a comment down here. I'm going to throw it off to Lawnboyspost1975 over in England, and let's get this video challenge started. Thanks for watching, guys.